boys and girls, it's Miss Michelle, and I'm here to do a small group with you today. Today we're going to talk about how to measure things. So one way to measure things is to use a string, right? I have some string here to use, but you can use anything you have in your house. You can use string if you have it, you can use a ruler if you have it, or anything else. Be creative and use your imagination, but always ask an adult to help you so that it's something you know is safe to use, okay? Today we're gonna be measuring two tree parts. We're gonna measure this one, what is this called? Pine cone. And we're gonna measure this little branch, okay? So I'm gonna take my pine cone and measure the length using my string. My string peels apart. I have blue and gray, but like I said, you can use anything. Okay, so I'm gonna take my string and I'm going to measure the pine cone. Can you all see that? Can you see? And then I'm gonna take a scissor. And don't cut anything by yourself. Always ask an adult to help you. And I'm gonna cut it right there. And I know that that's how long my pine cone is. It's as long as this string. Can you see that? They're the same length. That's one of the words that we talked about. The next thing I want to measure is my stick. So I'm gonna lay my string next to my stick. Can you see that? I'll move it up for you a little bit. Right there. And then I'm gonna cut it right there. And I used my string to measure my branch. So this is the length of the cone and this is the length of the branch. Can you see that the length of the branch is much longer than the length of the pine cone? Okay, there's also one more way to measure things, and that's called measuring the circumference of something. We're gonna talk about this word more tomorrow, but when you measure the circumference of something, you measure how long it is around. That's how people measure trees. That's how they see how wide a tree is, by measuring the circumference. That's how big something is all around. So I have a string here that I'm going to use to measure the circumference of my pine cone. So you see I'm going to start it here and I'm going to wrap it around where it meets, and then I'm going to cut it right here. And this is the circumference of my pine cone. This is how big my pine cone is all around. You can measure the circumference of a lot of different objects. I see something cool? I can measure the circumference of my head, right? So I'm gonna take my string and wrap it around my head. That's pretty silly, right? Just like this. And then I'm gonna cut it there. And this is how big my head is around. So what's bigger? Is the pine cone bigger around, or Miss Michelle's head bigger around? My head is bigger around, right? And if you have some string, you can do that with a lot of things. You can do it with a cup. You can do it with your arm, and you can see how long of a piece of string that you will need to measure your arm, your head, or a cup, and you can compare them to see which one is bigger, right? Just like we did with our pine cone. Right here, the length of the pine cone, and my head right here. So what is that called when you measure something all the way around? The circumference of it. That's a really big word, circumference. But we're going to talk about that more. And I hope you have fun measuring. I love to see some pictures of you or videos of you measuring things at your house. And remember, always have an adult help you. All right, my friends, bye boys and girls, and I will see you later, my friends. Miss Michelle sending you a big, big, big hug. Bye boys and girls, see you soon.